no, no, yeah, no, no, yeah.
Hey guys, I wanted to kind of show you what I did for this week. As you can see, I already filled it in. I wanted to show you guys that you don't have to have stamps or anything fancy to plan. I've noticed a lot of Plan With Me videos are very complicated. Doesn't mean they're bad, just means that they're really complicated. And I wanted to show you that you really don't have to have a whole lot of tools or anything to plan. So as you can see, I have a lot going on here, so I'm going to show you what I used. So I'm just holding my camera. Basically, I also scrapbook, even though I haven't scrapbooked in a while. But this is some scrapbooking paper I found at Michael's. It was actually half off. And you can also use discounts, things like that at Michael's. So you can find a lot of these kind of papers, and they're huge papers, guys. So these papers, some are more plain. Then this is like a rose gold kind of one. So some of them are just you can see it's shiny. You can kind of see, and some of them are more plain. And what you can do is, what I used a lot of these for was I laminated them, which I love this one. I want to make this a cover at some point for my planner, or like an inside cover kind of thing. And I've already used some of them. And what I used mine for was I had some extra pieces that were about this size. For when I cut, and this wouldn't be good because you can't really write on the gold as much. But what I did was I cut them down to size into little squares, which I couldn't write on the gold with the pen I had. But that's okay. So what I did was I used that kind of paper and I cut it to size, and there was one that had a bunch of sayings. Let me see if I can find that one. That one's near the back. Here it is. So there's a few like these that have sayings on them. Here's this one. So I was able to cut those down to size more. And so you can get really creative, and there's some that actually look like washi that you can cut out too. So you can get super creative with just scrapbook paper, guys. And these are really cheap. Like, I think using a coupon and being on sale and stuff, this was maybe like $5, and you have, they're 12 by 12 and there's 48 sheets. So I cut them to size. I glued them with my repositionable glue, because then if there was anything, which I found this at Michael's, we can also find it at Target or Walmart or whatever. So, and I cut them on this, which is fantastic. Works really well. I actually have an extra piece of tape on there because it's a good way to cut tape in half, like for washi tape. So you can line it up. And what's really good about this one is there's a wire here. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. So there's a wire here, so whatever you lay on there, it shows you like where the straight line is going to be. That's awesome. But I didn't feel like stamping this week. I just didn't. I love stamping. Didn't feel like it. Because I kind of failed a quiz for school. Isn't a big deal. Wasn't that much point-wise, but I was like, I don't feel like stamping. I just want, not have a cold, so I'm like, which isn't a terrible cold, it's just there. So I was like, I just want to do this. I want to have a plan. I want it to be pretty though. So this is what I came up with. And it's, it's not the most glorious thing, but it's going to get me through my week. It looks pretty. And you get the same effect as a lot of stickers. And if I wanted to go back and add stickers or stamp later, I can. But I still have my water tracking. I still have my dinner planning. I still have how I feel. I still have my school planning. And I still have, some really nice stuff going on. So I want to show you guys how that would work. And yeah. So tell me what you all think about this one. I like it overall. I want to try this next time with stamps. I just knew, like, just doing this by itself did take some time, because you cut them to size and glue them down and figure out how you want to glue them down, and it does take some time. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But yeah, it does take some time to cut everything to size and get the lay right. So That's the only thing with this kind of thing. I see how stickers do cut down on your time, but if you're frugal like me, you know, you don't want to have to necessarily do that. Now, you don't have to have that fancy slicer. You can just use a regular pair of scissors. But again, you know, if you're a perfectionist, you're going to take a while. So, I figured I would just show you guys that. I hope this gives you some ideas, and I hope you guys come back for more playing with me's. Bye!
Hey, no, 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 hey, no, no, no.